Greetings, everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Just out here chilling. Thought I'd make a little video for you guys, and this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I thought I'd talk about it. This right here. Oh yeah, and no, I don't have anything good in here. Sorry. No, no, no oxys or Valiums for me, y'all. This wonderful concoction right here, Olanzapine, I believe is how you pronounce it, and that's actually the generic. That's like the chemical name of it. It's actually known as Zyprexa, otherwise Olanzapine, just like how diazepam is also known as Valium. You know what I mean? Or oxycodone is known as OxyContin. It's just a brand name. So, but the drug itself is known as olanzapine, and it's an atypical antipsychotic commonly prescribed for bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. I used to take this shit when I was like a teenager for bipolar and all that, and I took it briefly, and I remember when I took it as a teenager, I went from having actual moods and emotions to being like this. To having drool running down my fucking face, with my eyes rolled back in my fucking head, not knowing where the hell I am, feeling numb as shit. So when I lived in Maine, fast forward like 20 or like 15 years, I lived in Maine last year for a couple of months. During my time in Maine, I had a lot of fun. I had a little too much fun. All drug-induced. I didn't get laid. I didn't really make any good friends. I didn't paint at all. I didn't draw at all. I made some alright videos. I learned how to grow weed, but I really indulged myself in hard drugs. Hard drugs. I'm not talking about some fucking weed and a beer. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about a fucking beer and a joint. I'm talking about hard ass pills, powders, potions, poisons, all that type of shit. And I basically had this breakdown where where my father called me. My father called me one day, and he's like, "Hey son, how you doing? I miss you, blah blah blah." And he's like, I want to know how you're doing, because I sounded really down on the phone. And I was like, "Look, man, every morning I wake up, I cry. When I go to bed, I cry. I think about killing myself all the time, and I'm hooked on Valium, and I can't stop taking Valium. And essentially, I'm not saying I was taking heroin, but OxyContin is essentially, it's pharmaceutical heroin. So I was taking Oxy, Hydros, Valium, Baclofen, Adderall with that, LSD." Fuck. I mean, I was on a buffet of drugs, man. So yeah, of course I was all fucked up in the head. So anyways, fast forward, I go to this crisis center there in the little town I lived in Biddeford, Maine. Shout out to Biddeford, Maine. Nice little town. And you know, I go up in there and I tell the lady the deal. I tell her, "Look, you know, I'm thinking about killing myself all the time. I got a drug problem. I'm high right now. I'm crying all the time. I can't control my moods and my emotions. I feel like I might freak out and snap or something." And she's like, "Okay, we'll get you in." So anyways, fast forward an hour, they get me into a hospital. I'm loaded. I am loaded on fucking Valium. I'm loaded, dude. I took like 10, popped them right there. I'm loaded. I mean, I had Baclofen in me. I had, you know, I don't even remember who the fuck else knows. But anyways, so I told them that one of the root causes of my drug addiction, that one of the root causes of me wanting to do drugs such as Valium and opiates and things like that, is because I can't fucking sleep, dude. I can't sleep. So they give me this shit right here, and they're like, "Well, this will help you. This is for your manic episodes and to help you sleep. It's called Zyprexa." And I'm like, "Oh, Zyprexa, okay. I used to take this as a teenager, and I remember feeling like this all the time. I felt like, yeah, I'm fucking gross, I know. That's how I felt. I felt like a fucking drooling, retarded zombie." And so So they give it to me, you know, and I'm taking this stuff called Zyprexa, and I'm taking Ativan, which is a low-strength benzodiazepine, and they tell me basically you need to take this twice a day. I'm taking 10 milligrams twice a day, or I was taking 10 milligrams twice a day. That's 20 a day, which is a pretty high dose for somebody who does not have a tolerance built up. Now I know some people watching this video right now have taken Zyprexa, or do take it, or will take it in the future. I personally do not recommend anybody take this shit. Because here's what it did for me. Now, did it prevent me from having hypermanic episodes? Yeah, it did. I don't freak out. Which I don't freak out, but sometimes I get a little irritable, or I get insomnia, or I get aggressive. You see, it sucks because when I get that manic episode, it's never good. It's never like, oh, I'm happy, I want to be everyone's friend, let's go out and laugh and have fun. No, it's more like I'm irritable and I'm touchy and I can't sleep, or I masturbate like 6 times in a day or something, and I'm just, it's like, it's not good, you know. It's not good to be doing that shit. Maybe every once in a while beat off 6 times in a day, but you know, you beat off 6 times in a day, 3 days in a row, your dick is gonna be raw, bro. Your dick is gonna be, it's gonna be looking like a raw sausage, man. It's not good at all. So I digress. What it did for me is it numbed me. Is that it gave me no emotion. I wasn't happy, I wasn't sad, I wasn't excited, I wasn't really down or pessimistic or optimistic. I just felt this nothingness inside of me. And to me that's worse. To me that's worse than having to me that's worse than experiencing the spectrum of emotion. Does that make sense? And something else that this Zyprexa did to me is it killed the sensitivity in my penis. Now, some of you watching don't have penises. Well, fair enough. But I do. And I noticed that when I, you wanted to play with my dick or whatever, that I couldn't feel my dick. And when I could eventually, like, somehow begrudgingly and just painstakingly work some kind of pathetic load out of my dick, I could somehow achieve some highly unsatisfying orgasm. It was like this yellow, gray, sad snot that just like drooled out of my cockhead. It was the most depressing load. I'm gonna say it again. Zyprexa gives you depressing loads. So any fellas watching right now, this shit will kill your dick. It'll kill your sex drive. You will not be able to get a full erection. You will have, at least for me, you will not have, or you will lose a lot of sensitivity in your penis. You will. Your loads will be sad and depressing. They'll be disgusting. And it's gonna suck, dude. And you're basically not gonna feel high or low. You're just gonna feel nothing. And I did not like that. So I started to freak out. I'm like, oh man, I'm starting to run out of this shit, and if I stop taking it now, I'm gonna experience withdrawal. I don't want to go through withdrawal again of another drug. But you know what? I said, you know what, man? This stuff is not working for me. It's not good. I can't believe they prescribed me this shit. I can't believe they prescribed anybody this bullshit. So I stopped taking it cold turkey. Of course, I've been fine ever since, but I still have it. And I think the reason I've been holding on to it is because I wanted to make a video about it, and I also want to crush it up into a powder and put it into my paintings. It's kind of like a symbolic, a thing. It's a thing I feel, and I feel like I should put some of this Zyprexa into my painting, as I put ash into my paintings, or even blood sometimes, which I have in the past. But I just wanted to also talk about it to you all because this medicine is commonly prescribed for manic episodes, for people who have bipolar disorder and or schizophrenia. It's prescribed to people with insomnia. And I personally don't think it did not help with my sleep. However, it did help with my manic episodes. However, it wasn't a good thing, because what it did is it held me down all day. Oh, another big thing about Zyprexa, just everybody who's still listening, it killed my energy levels. So if I tried to do, for example, I tried to do a set of push-ups, just set of push-ups, you know, like just crank them out. I could do like 15 to 20 push-ups, and I'd be like, ugh. Like, I felt weak and shaky, and I felt like no matter how hard I pushed, I'm just like, oh, I can't do it, man. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to feel weak and slow. I don't want to feel like I can't do anything physical. Like, what if I need to fucking protect myself? Or what if I gotta, you know, work? Do some lifting or some shit. I can't do that on Zyprexa, man. This stuff Zyprexa do is not, this shit did not make me feel good, man. So I just wanted to make this little video and just tell you guys, look, if you guys suffer from bipolar disorder or schizophrenia or something like some kind of mood disorder, man, Zyprexa for me was not there was zero benefit other than the fact that it does help level you out, but I don't like that. I'd rather feel than not feel anything. Does that make sense? I'd rather feel the spectrum of emotion than feel nothing at all. That makes sense? So anyways, trying to think if there's anything else I could talk about. I am going to be getting a psychological evaluation done soon by a professional in the next couple weeks, and I hope it goes well. My only concern is that if I tell the doctor how I really feel, that I have suicidal ideation sometimes, that they're going to admit me to a mental institution, which means I'm going to lose my job because I'm going to be gone for a while, and I won't be making videos obviously, but I might be getting some help. But the help that I think they're going to give me is this bullshit right here. And I refuse to take drugs to live my life. Alright? I'd rather be, you know, I'd rather not take not psychoactive. I smoke fucking weed, of course. That's psychoactive. I'd rather not take mood stabilizers or antidepressants or antipsychotics, because that is a drug. I have to withdraw from that. I have to wean off of it. Furthermore, it takes weeks to even know if it works. And if it doesn't work, then I gotta take a new fucking drug. You know what I mean? It's just, a part of me is like, should I just deal with this bipolar unmedicated and just try to do the things I like to do in my life and just deal with this as other people deal with arthritis or deal with a fucking tumor or deal with whatever, like, physical and or psychological ailment you might have. Me personally, physically, I'm pretty blessed. I don't really experience much physical pain. I don't experience, you know, like, I'm a physically able person, like, at least right now. But man, my issue is here. My issue is here, and it's like, no matter how good I have it, sometimes I still get fucking down and depressed and suicidal. I know some of y'all do too, man, but anyways, I know some people watching have bipolar and maybe schizophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic or anything. I'm just saying that this medicine is also prescribed for that as well. But I don't know. I just thought I'd make a little review on Zyprexa. I personally give it a thumbs down. I have yet to find a psychiatric medication that I feel is fit for me. Except for marijuana. Marijuana is the only thing that I can find that seems to make me feel alright and kind of levels me out a bit. So anyways, guys, if you want to hit me up and shoot me an email that is less than 2 paragraphs long, that's less than 10 to 8 sentences, I'd greatly appreciate it. nojokestriking@gmail.com. Bitches. Also, check me out on Facebook, y'all. Like my shit on Facebook. Facebook.com/NoJokeHoward, and for sure follow me on Instagram @BraytonHoward. I leave all that information in the description box below, guys. Alright, so I appreciate y'all watching. Give me some video ideas, guys. Give me some video ideas, man. I like making videos for you guys. I miss it. Anyways, peace.